$1 million worth of game. We love all our supporters out there for rocking with us for so many years. We got everything going on wherever you like. Gilly on Sports, Where's Wallow, Adventures, whatever it is. What you need to do right now, I need you to push the subscribe button, but also share, like, go down below, get some merch. Share, like, get some merch, subscribe. We got more to come. Subscribe right now. $1 million worth of game. You're now tuned in to another episode of $1 million worth of game. We got the OG in here today, the legend.
Yes.
I'm talking about this dude is a legend, man.
Yes.
Made all of us laugh, but he's a part of all of our households. You know how they go, man. The one, the only Cedric the Entertainer, man.
Yes.
Been in the game for years, just, all around.
How many years total?
We're approaching 40, man.
Damn.
I started 87, so what was that? So I can't really do that kind of math. You see, I was trying to play it off like 2, 3, carry 1.
So that's 97, 2007, 2017.
That's a long time.
Oh, that's like 30.
That's
a long time.
30 plus, man. So yeah, and I started in St. Louis at the Funny Bone at the comedy club. So that was the only way you can get started back then was like white comedy clubs, and then black comedy started to make a real rise. We had like the Robert Townsends did those comedy specials, and then the Wayans brothers started to show up, and then that's how we started to really identify mainly as black comedians. But it used to be black comedy in white clubs. That was
major because, it's funny you say that because a lot of people don't even speak about In Living Color these days. The Wayans brothers, that was the shit. In Living Colors introduced so many people to the game, and it, from Jim Carrey, Jamie,
Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson, one of the funniest. He's and it
Jennifer
just changed,
Lopez.
Dance. It changed the game, and then it was just like they had the artists come through. That was like what that was like? That was like the comic Soul Train. You remember how Soul Train? Because the artists come and perform at the end on there too. So that was the artist run. And Living Colors was everything, and then Def Comedy Jam was just like.
Well, Def Jam was the one, especially for my generation. That was the one. I mean, we had a Showtime the Apollo, which was like always the gangster OG, right? And then, HBO just came on like the pretty new girl to show up at the club. So when it was HBO, but then when they did Def Jam, that was the place to go, and it was just more households, younger, more vibration. The comedy was no longer like necessarily had to fit in a box. We didn't have to, again, you do comedy club comedy, you have to do setup, joke, punchline. You do it with a formula. Black comedy, you walk up, look at this here. Yeah. What's your shoe?
Yeah.
And they wasn't used to that kind of comedy, so that allowed us to be free as comedians and just not have to like do it by any kind of formation. And so then you just start seeing me, Bernie Macs, the Martins, of course, who was hosting at that time, but just, Chris Tucker's, everybody started to come out of that camp. That was the one where people got famous, like black
famous.
It
was jumping.
Yeah.
That was the first time I think we seen it outside of the Raw Delirious, where we seen a bunch of our comics in one place, and sometimes it'd be people that was ringers and that we never even knew about and was like, damn. Who was this?
We had no exposure to them. So, I mean, now you got the social and all that. But back then, this was your first time having exposure to somebody that live in, Nashville or only do comedy in New York or Atlanta. They was turning them out of Atlanta. There was just like a whole group of beast of comedians coming out of there and Chicago. So and then St. Louis, me, Joe Torre, Guy Torre, Lavelle Crawford. It was a lot of people started to pop about the Lou at that time.
So. All y'all from St. Louis?
Yeah, all them people I just named Lou right there. Yeah.
And how did you ever think it'd get this big?
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. Are you all about the NBA action? You got to try Pick 6, the newest fantasy app from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. Right now, new customers can earn 100% instant deposit matchup to $100 in Pick 6 credits when deposit $5 or more. Getting started is simple. Just download the DraftKings Pick 6 app and sign up with the code GILLY. I took a pause because I'm giving you a chance to whip out your phone right now. Download DraftKings Pick 6 app and punch in code GILLY, Gillie. You see it on the screen. Punch it in right now. Pick at least 2 players and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat. So like, I'm going to pick Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and I'm going to pick Damian Lillard. I'm going to pick Shea to have over 30 and I'm going to pick Damian Lillard to have over 26. Or I'm going to pick Shea Gilgeous to have under and I'm going to pick Dame Lillard to have under. That's how it works, right? And or have more or less assists or, things like that. Lock them in and compete against others for a huge shot and cash prizes. So download DraftKings Pick 6 app now and get started with code GILLY. New customers can earn 100% of instant deposit match up to $100 in Pick 6 credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. $5. That's it. Only on DraftKings Pick 6 with code GILLY. The crown is yours.
Like you're doing your thing, coming up, barely being seen. Did you think it would get this big?
Man, I always had that kind of thing. I grew up in a, single parent household. My mother was a school teacher. And, I always had ambitions to be somebody, like it was either entrepreneurial kind of energy or something like that. I was always trying to figure out, like, you the only man in the house. I got a younger sister and I got my mom. So you trying to figure out how you provide and how you thinking like that at a young age. Like, so I always had like that kind of hustlery kind of thought. But because my mother was a school teacher, I also had to go to college. Like it was her thing for us to be educated. So I went to college. But probably since I was in high school, I knew that I could entertain, but that wasn't the path for her. Like for my mom, she didn't believe in that. Like you got to go and get a degree and you're gonna get a job. So I did that. I worked for State Farm for like maybe 6 years, like as a claims adjuster, and then discovered I could do comedy, and then that was it, man. So jumped out.
Let me find out back in '94, they had him popping up in the commercials like a good neighbor.
Man, I was young Jake. I was young Jake with the damn
Jake ain't no joke.
No, but that's so true though. I mean, and then they would hire you in the hood because I was bilingual. I spoke regular English and angry Negro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm about to say,
I know goddamn well you don't speak no Spanish.
When niggas come in there, they gonna be mad. They be going off. They be like, "What is he saying?" And then bullshit in my motherfucking car.
Yeah,
like they ain't ready.
Especially in St. Louis too. They got that accent on that motherfucker.
Right here.
Right.
Yeah, right here. Take my car. Look at that dick right here. You like, shit. All right, dog, you good? I got it.
They be said.
I was there.
What the fuck is he talking about?
And I was really good at it because I was doing my comedy at night. You know what I'm saying? We'd be up, kicking it. I leave people in rental cars for 2-3 months. They be, niggas love that shit. Though.
Damn,
they got an OG joint. Then I put you in a new rental. Like, man, they like,
niggas in that motherfucker smoking.
The car up. Don't let something new come out. Like when the 300s came out, everybody was trying to get one.
They was the new Bentley, wasn't it?
That
was the hood Bentley.
I wasn't doing it then, but I could imagine.
You can imagine. He'd have been blessing the whole, everybody come down there.
Like,
got you.
We got the 300s.
Oh, boy, you can go over there and get them 300s. People was coming in there trying to get them for prom. She just acting, faking like they had an accident. Yeah.
Nah.
How many movies you been in?
Oh man, I probably I'm gonna go over 40. It's probably a little bit more than that, but different little pops, and then I had a nice run there in like mid 2000s, early 2000s, where I was starring in a lot of movies, and then we hit that little scare where my kids started to grow up, where I wanted to be more at home because all the movies were nobody shooting movies in LA at that time. So I was in Ireland, I was in Canada. We was like, so then my kids, they used to be little when they could come, but then they start getting their own schedule. So television started to be the better move where I can be at home. So that was right. And then I would just pop in movies after that. But when you do it movies only, you could just be busy, So that was like in the early 2000s to maybe like 2006, 2007. So in there, and then I switched to TV.
What you love more, the stage, TV, or movies?
You know what? I like them all, man. That's the thing about me. I mean, I really do love to entertain. Thing about the stage is, it's the freest one. You know, that's the one where you walk up and it's just you. You get to say whatever you got to say. You don't necessarily have no other producers or people around where you got to, you know, kind of adhere to what it is that they talking about. And then, but you know, to create a character like in Barbershop, that's a great thing to be able to do. Like take that old man and bring him to life and just literally just once I go on set, I become a whole nother person. Like that's fun to do. And that's what you get to do in movies, the Johnson Family movie and Roscoe Jenkins, all these characters you get to play. And TV is kind of the same way. It's a little longer form, but you know, you stop and go in television. So, but I like them. I like them both, man. I like all of them. I mean, that's my thing. I did Broadway too, which was the hardest. That's, you know, that's
Why was the hardest?
Because Broadway is the only one where it really truly is about the writer. Like the writer, whatever's written in a play is what you got to say. You cannot variate. So all this idea of like as comedians, we got this natural ability to be like, all right, cool. If I think of something funnier, you can go like, hey, can I say my line? They'll be like, cool, do it. You know, but in a play, you can't do that.
And a lot of times in a movie, the director wants you to say, you know, his lines and what's in it. And then a lot of times after that, they let you do you.
Yeah, that's
so you just stay in the form, but you say it in the way you would say it. A lot of times that should be the shit that make the movies, not that shit the director wrote down.
Yeah, no, that's real, and that's the hardest thing about doing Broadway. Plus, it's go. Like once they say go, you literally on the tightrope. Like, you know, ain't no stopping, starting. You know, like on a movie, if you shooting a movie, if you mess up, they'll stop and give you another, you know, give you another take. But once on, you know, when them curtains come up on Broadway, it's it. It's kind of like stand up too, but in stand up, don't nobody really know if you mess up. Like if you fuck up a joke, then
you just on to the next
kind of
joke.
like just like yo, you could even say it. God, fuck that joke up, and everybody like, yeah, it's funny as hell. And just keep going. But if you mess up on a play, then you just know you're through the whole damn.
Right. The lady just came on, the grass is growing. You forgot your line. You like,
what play is that, man? I like that. The grass is growing.
He just made this shit up.
I know. But you stuck like, what the fuck was my line? If you're a comedian, you can ad-lib some shit. The bitches is hoeing. They don't even know you f***ed up. They just bust out laughing. You do that shit during the play, she like, that wasn't the fucking line.
Yeah. And it can throw the whole thing off.
Yeah, throw the whole thing off.
That's crazy.
But it is one of the best ways to become an actor, though. So you see all the great actors, Denzel and Sam Jackson, all them, they all did theater, though. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of the things I would try again. I definitely would want to go back and do it again, like because of that. Like when you get older, I was like, no, you want to be more like, you know what I mean? You know, you could always be a comedian, but, you know, I think, like, if you get older, like, you think people had them long careers, like Morgan Freeman them and Sam, and they just, Danny Glover them, they just always be in movies, just always OG'd about it. So, you know, like, after a while, comedy is like, I guess, it can feel like rap, like, where you feel like, did you get too old to be up here talking about this or whatever, right? You know, but... You know, I mean, we had old comedians.
So comedians go through that shit too.
I mean, you go to a point because comedy is a young man's sport in a lot of ways. Like it is this idea, like you always go, you know, you can always be funny and creative, but the idea, like keeping up with the Joneses, like keeping up with the energy of touring and what it takes to be like that kind of comedian is. I call it a young man's sport, but. We all got older where we know, like my guys, me, DL, we all still love it. So it's definitely changed from when I was coming up. You'll see people kind of once they get a TV show or big movies, they don't do comedy no more. Like Eddie them, like when they got rich, they be like, all right, we aged out of it, right? You kind of don't do it, and then people come. Don't mean they don't love it. They just don't do it no more, right? You know, so. But you don't, you know.
But being a comedian, ain't that the hardest part? Being on stage all by yourself?
Oh, for sure, dog. I would definitely say that's one of the hardest disciplines out of all of them because you got your commentary what it is that, that audiences is out there. They a group of wild horses. They came in from all kinds of places. People been drinking, smoking, people on pills. You don't know what the hell everybody on, right? Dude with his wife, they arguing, and then they sit down, the lights go off. Now you got to go and take that mug and just ride that bitch, right? Like you got to take it and then lasso it all in. And in one little thing, you get off track, somebody with a heckler, throw the room off. Next thing you know, everybody over here talking. Next thing you know, you just being lost the room, man. That's that's the wildest part of that job up there, is making sure like you go up and you kind of grab that audience and put them onto your side, and then hopefully for an hour take them on the journey. You know what I mean? So that's the gig right there.
So let me ask you a question. I mean, this is a two-part question, right? This is for the youth, for the younger comedians that's coming up. Have you ever been in a show and lost the room?
Oh, hell yeah.
And then had to get that motherfucker back?
Yeah, man. I mean, any comic tell you they ain't never bombed. I can't say they really be up there doing that shit, because to your point, it's a tough job, dog. Like it's not an easy gig to go up and make sure. Now, once you get famous and people kind of love you for what you are, you do get that kind of level of respect. Like when people gonna be like, all right, maybe that wasn't your night. But I remember I had to give people their money back one time.
Hey, what? You f***ed up that bad? Damn, you f***ed up that bad?
Oh yeah, you was an honest nigga. I'd have been y'all came, y'all ain't like the shit.
But I said it like I ain't think I was gonna do it though.
Was your money back?
I was like, damn, this was, my night was off. I'm sorry, everybody. Anybody want their money back?
You can't say that to no
People said
every in the building. What do you mean? Eddie want your money back?
It was like a little under 100 in this little room when I was first starting. So.
Bro.
But I mean, everybody lined back up, man. I probably had to give most of it back. Like it was one of them nights, man. Just took a L.
Bro, you go to the best Super Bowl game in the world that ever was made in history. You tell some if y'all didn't like it, you want your money back. You either the
yeah. But this was one of them ones where you feel like you robbed somebody.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I stuck you up.
Like, you was.
And my pastor walked in, so I gotta offer it back.
Right.
Like, all right, no, pastor told me I need to help y'all.
They ain't even know Young Sid was running around robbing with no guns.
Yeah, that was one of them ones you ain't want on your record, man. You like, look, I ain't take y'all money for that one.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Mango RX. Better sex. Who doesn't want that? Mango is clinically proven to help you get and stay hard in the bedroom. Our fast-acting ED formula contains the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis in a rapid dissolve tablet for optimized bedroom performance and takes effect in only 10 minutes. So listen, little tablet, bam, 10 minutes, da-da-da. What is he called? Hard man. Yeah, because you're going to be brick hard. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get a free online consultation today. And if prescribed, Mango will ship discreetly to you so nobody will know. Get you your tablet. Oh, what's that you take? Oh, just a little bit of candy. Mango RX, that's what I'm trying to tell you. No awkward doctor visits, and it's affordable, so you get more bang for your buck. And when we mean bang, we talk about bang. You feel me? Man up right now. Visit MangoRx.com to start performing the best in the bed. So I'm just want to tell you, you're not performing right at night? Mango RX. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's hard, man. Mango RX. Visit it right now. MangoRx.com. Right.
But that was a tough one, though. But then definitely like corporate gigs. I always say like you did. I remember I did a big New York gig, and that's always intimidating too. Like when you switch your audience, like a lot of white executives trying to do it for the TV, trying to convince somebody that you deserve this hit, right? And you switch up. Like I switched up. I did. I kind of switched up my material trying to fit them, and took the L. You know what I mean? And so then. That's probably one of the greatest lessons right there, because that's when Steve Harvey was at that show. He just came up and just like, yo, man, don't ever do that. Don't try to make them just be yourself, and if they come over to you, cool. If you lose that way, then that's all right. But don't try to, you're in a room full of like white executives and you try to switch up the style and hey guys, and make them like you. You're like, don't do that shit. Yeah. But that's one of them young comic lessons too, because you trying to win, you trying to get on the television, you trying to get the big deal with the ABCs of the world, and you think that's what they want, Yeah.
And that's a lesson to the youth. When white people get in the business with black people, on a comedian, on a rapping, they got in business with you because they want to be in business with a nigga. They don't want to be in business with a black man acting like a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They what intrigued them was the motherfucker that they seen on YouTube or on TV or at a live show so always remember that. Yeah. Be you, man. Don't never conform to what you think somebody want to see or what you think somebody want to hear. It's never gonna work for you. So I want to ask you this though: coming in the game, who was somebody that gave you like the best advice that you to this day you hold on to that shit?
Probably that was one. Steve Harvey was one right there. Bernie Mac was another one. I had some really great mentors, I remember B. Mac, I did New York, we was doing Def Jam for the first time. And so he was just like, look, man, you can get up here and let this audience they can make you feel like they better than you. And you got to remember, you the one with the microphone. You the one telling the jokes, because we'll give a lot of, when you get intimidated, you'll give somebody else the credit, right? You'll get like, oh, they New York, they hipper, they sharper, they know more things, boom, boom, and you just kind of, he's like, so that's the show. That's the show. He gave me that advice and then went up and did the I Ain't Scared of You motherfucker show. And then became famous just that. That
was a legendary
But that's basically what he had told me at lunch earlier that same day. Like, don't let them motherfuckers scare you, man. Boom, boom, boom. So that's the same attitude, like, really taking that and realizing, like, again, once you got that mic, man, once you walking out on that stage, you just got to believe in yourself. You can't necessarily be intimidated by even the next comedian or whoever somebody say funnier or whatever. That don't matter. Like, none of that matter until you just up there doing your thing. And then, of course, then my mom's just really just told me about, it applied to so many things, but it was like your name is your credit. Like, so basically your name walks in the room and stays in the room long before you leave. So if somebody say your name, what do they think? Like, instantly, like, that's a response, right? That's you not even being there. Like, and if you there and you leave, the same thing exists. So what do you leave people with? That's credit. So you can have good credit or bad credit. People can know exactly when they hear your name what they feel. They feel something good, or they feel like, this blah blah blah, right? That's really real, and you got to think about taking that through life. So I really appreciate them little sound pieces of advice, pretty much on everything.
Let me ask you a question. Did Ced get the girls growing up? Because he'll tell you, I'm an ugly nigga, Ced, right?
Yeah, but
I always got the girl because I never gave a fuck.
Yeah.
And if you can make a chick laugh, you can get you some ass.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always do.
Get the T-shirt.
You can make a chick laugh, you can get you some ass.
Yes, you can.
That's swag, nigga.
That's real.
Jackets. Hoodies. That's real though.
Real.
And I definitely was that. Like, I mean, I was always a dresser too. Like, my mom, we lived in a small town at first before we lived in St. Louis. We lived in Carruthersville, Missouri. Shout out Carruthersville. Small town in the Boot Hill part of Missouri. But my mother was one of them people that she knew how to order from magazines, stuff that people didn't do in those small towns. So we always had swag. So even being dark and dark skin wasn't back then, that wasn't even a thing, right?
Oh no, that came in the style of when
like Jordan. Like
after Nino Brown pistol whipped all the light skin and
New Jack.
And light skin niggas had it bad after
that. Switched up on him. Christopher.
All the curly hair.
G-Money. Dreaming.
Alan Payne. All that shit.
Alan Payne, all the they was
They had the curly
87,
dripping out their head.
88, 86, all the 60s, the 50s. Once Nino pistol whipped them, they wanted the dark skin.
And he took G Money Girl.
Yeah, all of that.
All that. They
All
said
of
it's over.
that. No, but no, definitely. I definitely was, had, beautiful girlfriends. Like always surprised people, but a lot of ways funny, had a little swagger, very confident, never really was intimidated by, not being, the tall, good looking or whatever. That didn't really bother me. So I used what I had to get what I could. It would work out.
Absolutely.
Worked out.
You make a chick laugh, you can get you some ass.
Yeah.
Now, I always wonder, like, because I seen in the comedy game, it was different generations, right?
Yeah.
But did y'all have like access to like Eddie and them? Because I never seen Eddie with nobody. I always see Eddie only in like the movies, and you never see nobody around him. Like, and because I know when y'all came, it was like Eddie and them before y'all.
Yeah,
Eddie,
exactly.
Martin, but Martin came from the same school as you.
Yeah, but he was a little, like so I've been a freshman, Martin was a senior.
Yeah.
You at the high school the same time, but but he definitely was on his own trajectory at that point for sure. But Eddie was megastar. Like before like that Def Jam era, everybody that was kind of a big star was their own megastar. So you got to think about Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and them, they the OGs. Bill Cosby, of course, back then. Pre-coffee. So then and then the Wayans.
Yeah,
so they all had their own lanes, and then we kind of came in with a large class of comedy that kind of was all together. But no, Eddie, you didn't get to be around Eddie until you became somebody. Again, he was our superstar. He was that dude that set the mark. Like you want to be like Ed. He movies, TV, comedy, everything, money. He was breaking a lot of barriers that people hadn't never done before in comedy. The big arena tours, like wasn't nobody doing that before, not black, you know what I mean? So he was going around like doing arenas, like you like, whoa, that's crazy.
In your eyes, who's the greatest comedian of all time?
In my eyes, oh man, that's interesting right there.
You had to narrow it down to
I probably would say Eddie Murphy for me. I mean, I love Richard Pryor. I think he's great. But Eddie Murphy had all of the things I like, for me. Like he can do characters, stand up, TV, he do dramas. Like I was just watching Dreamgirls the other day. He was killing that dude. Like this he sing, you know what I mean? So like for me, he checked truly all the boxes of a great comedian.
Man, once Eddie Murphy did Coming to America and he played 64 in that joint, man. That's over.
Oh yeah, the white dude. Did nobody know he was that white dude?
Nobody knew he was
Joe
that
Lewis
white.
was us.
Right.
Yeah, like
once you did that, I was like, I don't know if anybody could.
But all this, the stretch of it. I mean, Rich Pryor was great for sure. One of my favorite comedians that I modeled myself off of though was the late Robert Harris, Baby Kids. Yeah, because he was the first comedian that I recognized that did it kind of like an uncle, like a cousin. Like he just reminds you of somebody you know already. And so it wasn't as big and as shiny as Eddie, but it was like definitely funny as hell and regular. Like he just felt like, and he felt like a St. Louis dude. He was from Chicago, but he felt like a St. Louis dude. So that was the first time I really looked at comedy and saw somebody that was famous that I was like, oh, I could do that. Yeah. Like that I can do. So
he was like the uncle around the way that everybody that come through, he just rip you apart. Your little ass. Where your mom? Tell your mom to call me. One of them types.
Exactly.
He was a real live old head from around the way that just a barbecue you.
Yeah, and funny as hell. And then he started showing up like the Spike Lee movies, and people started to get up this.
House Party is when he was kid dad. That was the movie, man.
Every little step you take him around his bedroom.
He was something. he was a motherfucker, man.
But he snapped. So that would probably be my that kind of grouping that I really rock with. Eddie, Robin Harris, Richard Pryor. That'd be that one. Then I just I like comedians in general though, man. There's so many comedians that be killing it, so. I just grew up where I just enjoy dudes that do it and the ladies too. Like, Wanda Sykes, funny as hell to me. Yeah. Ellen, the old Ellen. Like when Ellen used to have her specials, she has some funny specials, man.
Like, what about the young people that's coming up now? Is any of them you got your eyes on you?
Oh man, well I mean all of them. You know, we did a tour last year, and DC Young Fly was on there with us. He killed. You know what I'm saying? He a hustler, go getter, super funny right there. Man, but you know, a lot of these guys, you know, I saw Country Wayne perform. I saw, you know, I haven't seen. Like I like the dudes that just do it on their little thing, like Ha Davis. Like I like this guy Ryan Davis. Like these guys make me laugh. But Carlos Miller, all them 95 South dudes, all them Chico, all them funny, man. Yeah,
Desi Banks, all of them.
Desi, young Dez, yeah, for sure. I like the rock, and I'm a big. You know, we try to find shows that we produce for them and create, because that's I'm a big proponent of the next generation and knowing that you gonna be next anyway. So it ain't no reason to be like, people be like, oh man, you know, they do it this way or they do it that way. I don't really care. Like if you hot and you got stuff popping and you just need a bigger audience, then we try to use our platform to make sure that we can.
When you say you produce, what you mean? You do produce the tour?
Yeah, I produce
the stand-up?
shows. Mainly TV shows. Try to create shows for these guys, like, and you know, give them opportunities to be on other things. But that's what we've been like. We got a couple of shows we developing with Ha Davis, and we was developing one with Country Wayne that just dropped out not too long ago. But you know, a lot of the comedians I kind of rock with, like the writers, put them in situations in the writers' room. Like Rita Davis, she just got nominated for an award, but I had her writing on mine when I hosted the Emmys. That gave her jobs all over the other place. She started writing for the SAG Awards, all these other places. So that kind of stuff.
Let me ask you this: when you see the black on black crime in comedy, because we don't usually see comedians beefing and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's like some rapper shit. Like, and then you wake up. And we not necessarily touching on none of that, but when you wake up and you hear your name in it as a grown-ass man who been in comedy for 35 years, how does that make you feel? Like, is it like, I can't believe this shit?
Yeah, I mean, for real. I mean, that's for the most part, that's the only way that you can really look at it, because I'm not really a person that, you know, measure myself off social media at all. Like I've been doing this. That's what I do. So that's my only response to it is like, bro, I do this. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, so the idea of it being so important to people, like, and it's interesting that, you know, like, because it perpetuated, you know, weeks later with everybody. Like, next thing you know, this comedian beefing, and next thing you know, that comedian beefing.
I'm starting to see it.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, to the point that, you know, the other day, it was comedians literally in a comedy show arguing with each other, one in the audience and one on the stage. And I was like, what is this all about? Right? You know, again, because we live in a business where we there to bring joy. You know, we there to make people laugh and forget their problems. We definitely don't want to be bringing up people's blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I mean, I really feel like it is a sign of the times. Like, it's the ideology that, you know, I call it acute Trump syndrome, where everybody just mean, dog. Like, people just feel like they can say mean things and get away with it as long as it's true to them. Like, they don't have to be true at all. But if it's true to them, then they can just say it as such, and that's what they want to believe. And then you got to go around and either defend yourself or decide, like, that ain't my truth, and y'all can eat that shit all day if you want to. But I don't sit around and do that. I literally got a lot of shit to do today. Right. And it definitely ain't to be arguing with hot number 9 from somewhere that's on my comments talking about you ain't shit. Right. Like, I don't know you, fam.
Right. You can't get to me, nigga.
Like, dog, you do you. You be that mad at me. I don't even know you, bro. Right. Like, I don't even know how you that mad at me right
Absolutely.
now. That's crazy, man. So, but it is that space, you know, that world that we living in where, you know, social media is a real reality to people, you know, in their minds. And so they live in that space and they recognize by that. And so, you know, it's, you're asked to defend things that ain't even interesting to you. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. That's the way I looked at it, and I actually, you know, found it a little bit more comical than most people wanted me to, you know, to respond to it.
Because when you OG, don't nothing really ruffle your feathers, man.
I mean, I just
you're like, I'm an OG from St. Louis, man. I made a load of money. I got 69 movies out.
Yeah.
I'm about to do a residency.
Yeah, I got my TV show going. I'm doing so. I got business going. I'm steady. I'm busy.
Got the
all
barbecue
day, bro.
sauce, the seasoning, the liquor.
Man.
You understand me?
I'm shaking these trees, man. And I'm telling jokes, and I'm funny for real. Like I don't worry about none of that.
And that's what most motherfuckers don't understand. When you get to be some years on you, when shit go down on social media, how you young motherfuckers out there feel that
don't even matter.
I should feel, or that another old one, we don't really be feeling that type of way. We be like, shh, I'm worrying about my blood pressure. I don't give a fuck about what you
You worry about my sugar. Worry about my sugar.
Wallow got water on his motherfucking knees.
I ain't got no water on my knees.
Think he worried about what the fuck you talking about? Nigga need a hip replacement to
Running in the rain, bro. Running in the rain still.
Nothing wrong with my hip.
They had him running around the prison yard like that too. Chasing him. It was hard.
No, that's a lie.
You know it's the worst shit though? A motherfucker called me, right? From up to jail, that was up to jail with it, right? They used to tell me about an incident in the yard, right? So they say it was a nigga that was standing behind him that a nigga was beefing with.
Right.
Whip out in the yard, start running on.
He had a knife.
He started running,
I
screaming.
thought he was looking at me. I said,
Boy wasn't even coming for him. He was
Hey, now, you don't know at the time you was getting it. You had the quick feet.
man, I had happy feet.
Yeah.
All you heard was, that's all you heard. My feet was happy as shit in that ground.
Yeah, like what he running for?
When they called home and said
shit.
that nigga was running through the yard like Terrell Buckley.
Yeah, man, shit.
He said, but the nigga
was like
wasn't even
Barry
chasing.
Sanders.
It's all good. You here to tell about it. I like it.
All that.
That's the main thing.
That was the main thing, man. I had to get the fuck out of there. But no, when you look at the game now, man,
Yeah.
and you're an OG, and there's so many on social media, there's so many young comics stepping in the game. What advice could you give them? And what did you make any bad moves, business moves coming up, or any game that you could get them that they could utilize in their journey? Because they listening.
I think, the real thing is like, a lot of times is not to give over your power to somebody you think they got more power.
Meaning?
Like a lot of times we start our business and we build it up. And I think y'all are great examples, right? You said, even when I was just asking you about this earlier on, you're like, we own our shit, right? But to see somebody come and try to offer you a deal, you'll think that they know more than you.
Yep.
And you will say, let me give y'all my shit so that I can go be better. And yet, my partner right there, me and Ron been together for 30 years. Like since my sophomore year in college and his freshman year, been partners. But when I started building my business, we just stayed together, and everything had to operate off the way that we felt like it needed to go. So I'm not here to try to, I always tell like young folks, like, don't start having a great dream and then think somebody else is gonna live your dream or make your dream come true. That's your dream, and you build it up to it got to a point to where somebody's decided, like, I want to be in business with you, and then you go, all right, here you go, and then next thing you know,
It's so bad because you and your partner, Rome, y'all probably been through this. Because me and Gil been through this shit a lot of times. We'd go to a meeting, right? Kicking it. People might have a successful infrastructure. Now, just like you and Rome got y'all shit, the successful infrastructure, they might just be figureheads and they didn't build that.
Exactly.
They're just employees of the successful infrastructure. So we'd go sit there and talk with them, and me and him will walk out like, is it you or is it me? But wasn't the motherfucker dumb as shit? They just sound dumb as shit. They don't even know what's going on for real. Yeah. Why the fuck would we partner with them? They'll fuck our shit up.
They don't even know what's going on.
They don't even know how. They're just figureheads in the infrastructure that was built by somebody else that was putting the real work in. And I'm sitting here talking to some idiots. They don't even know what the fuck we talking about.
Ain't no chiefs in the room, exactly.
And what you said was so important because what we do is we in the culture a lot of times, and that's just us naturally coming up out of the ghetto. A lot of times we become slaves to logos, and we start worshiping logos.
Yeah.
From networks, the clothing brands, we worship the logos so much.
To titles.
Listen, to titles, we worship the logos and the titles that we'll forget that what we building it's a strong logo also.
Yeah.
Our logo and what we did already to come up out of the poverty, let alone to battle through that shit, and then to be creative, then to be successful.
Yeah.
Our logo is as strong as that logo. They might have more financial backing, but our shit is proven too. We just don't have sometimes the complexion for the connection to be able to get the resources.
And that's really the greatest thing to any young creative, man. It's just know that thing that you believe on that got you in the room, that got you there listening there. That's the thing. Like if they could do what you do, they wouldn't even be having this meeting.
Yeah, why would we having this meeting?
Right. Yeah.
So that's just
and it's a prime example of we had somebody on our team who they got themselves fired because they wanted to tell us how to do the content.
Yeah.
And, he lost his motherfucking mind. Like, hey, don't tell us how to do the content. You do what you do.
Right.
They took it personal.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we the ones doing the content. We the ones put ourselves in this position.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to come in and tell us how to do some shit you never did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and that's
that don't make no sense.
Always, the passenger seat or the backseat driver, Monday morning court. They got titles for those folks.
Yeah, because you ain't pay for no gas.
Right.
You ain't paying this. You ain't pay for this car. None of this.
Or take any.
You ain't pay the insurance, and you ain't taking none of this L's if I bang this motherfucking car out.
Or even when y'all first started, like people forget, like I say, them nights I go up there and I got to get that money back. That's a real feeling. That's a
real night.
That's a feeling that you got to be able to deal with in order to grow. You can't really give that to somebody.
Right.
I can't hand that to you, bro.
Right.
Like you got to be over here in these shoes doing this.
Right.
If you ain't willing to do this with me and everybody get their money back. Like, dog, you ain't getting none tonight either, Ron. Sorry. I gave the people their money back, man. You know
and
what I'm
Ron
saying?
don't do too much smiling either, man.
Ron like, I ain't got time for that. She get my money.
He look like a Philly nigga, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he got the jump. Rome ain't playing. But no, and it's just like, a lot of times people don't understand. Regardless, you give people a little advice, but you got to take some L's in this shit. Because there been times where you ever created the show, or you might have got a production deal and y'all did something, and the shit ain't go right. It might have flopped. That's a part of this shit. You know what I mean?
And never stop being creative too. That's what I was just over here thinking of. What you say, Gilly?
No.
I was over here thinking about it. I was thinking about what he was saying, and at the same time, I was wanting to say that, like the ideas that once you kind of go up, you realize, you feel like you get comfortable and you don't get creative.
You got to stay creative.
And you don't
stay on your toes.
You don't stay experimenting or inquisitive or wanting to ask questions. Like people take their success and remeasure it. Like, I mean, I think like people expected y'all to change when y'all got y'all deal, right? Like I think
tell me to get my minivan
up. Y'all to change.
Get my minivan up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem.
But you need to get a nasty ass minivans up now. Trying to pick me up in a minivan. You got a Lamborghini, a Maybach, a 63 beds, a 63 truck, a Denali pickup truck. Don't pick me up in nothing that the motherfucking water pump might go on.
You still hold on to it, man?
Yeah, hold on to it for nothing. For some bullshit sentimental reasons. Because I used to drop off $1 million in packages for my clothes in it, man. Fuck all that. Now you're dropping them off as something new. Burn this motherfucker. Give it to somebody in the family, man. Give it to one of our nieces or something, man.
He said, that's my shit.
Yeah, but no,
He always hold on shit. He got a bunch of shit he came home from prison with, still got it. I just keep my state boost to remind me, if you don't throw them nasty ass boots away.
But no, man, it's like,
gotta remind me of the journey I've been through.
It's a real journey. But no, you sit back and you be like, man, you gotta stay creative out this joint.
Yeah.
It was a real journey. He was locked up. You know some of his jobs in prison?
No. What did he have to do in prison, man?
Oh, no, he was the captain of the wrestling team.
He looked at me like, what?
He was a pimp in prison. He had 3 bitches.
In prison?
Yeah, Ricky Minaj, Lil him, and Beyonce.
You ain't shit, said believe that bullshit. Chad believe that bullshit.
Ricky in the house.
Chad believe that bullshit, man.
Why you doing like that?
Don't believe that shit.
Wallow, you ain't
How many
do that
jobs
shit.
you had in jail?
Don't believe. I did have a lot of jobs, but you know,
All right, don't act like you
I
have
ain't
a
had
lot
that
of
job.
jobs.
I was, cook, clothing exchange, block worker. I was at the warehouse.
You was a poofer.
I was at the farm.
When you think about this too, like this opportunity that y'all had, that's the other thing, man. I think that people also figure you kind of hit on this sometime in your talks, Wallow, but I think people think that what they do in their young life is
That shit don't mean nothing.
is all they gonna be, and then like
That
you
shit don't
say,
mean nothing. See,
you had the rap career, and people think like, well, damn, once it was over, is it all over, right? But I love the idea that people can always be recreating. But you don't know what's coming your way unless you
listen,
get up and do it.
You only out
gotta
the
get up
game.
and do
You
that
only out
shit.
the game when you count you the fuck out. And if you
Yeah.
breathing, you got a shot. At the end of the day, what it is a lot of people biggest haters be themselves.
Yeah.
Because they'll count their motherfuckers. They'll be like, oh man, I can't do this. I got felonies, man. I can't. They will sit there and that self-hate, that self-doubt talk, they will beat themselves down. Man, I got felonies, man. Ain't nobody going, I can't do nothing, man. No, who said the fuck you can't do nothing? You breathing, man. Go at this shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Go at this shit and figure your thing out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then when you can figure your thing out as a rap, but like, and it's who you mess with.
Yeah.
Cause everybody got a family member be like, oh, you think you gonna come out of jail and do some shit that I ain't doing? I ain't never go to jail. Nigga, good luck. Let me see this.
Right, you got to be, exactly.
You gotta be
definitely
cold.
got to be with people that's elevating,
Yeah.
climbing higher. It definitely not around folks that's doubting you from even trying. Like, nigga,
Oh,
you
that's
just doubt
in
from
the
even
ghetto,
trying.
man.
They'll beat you the fuck up in the ghetto.
In the ghetto,
You know that, man.
They'll grind you up for trying some new shit.
Yeah. Oh, just for trying.
You got that camera for, man. You always, I'm trying to do something.
Right.
You filming for, man? Is you the cops? No. I'm trying to do something new.
Right.
Other than hustle and sell drugs. Motherfuckers in the ghetto say some crazy, look at this nigga going to college trying to be smart and shit. It's like, what?
Yep. Because you gotta understand. And then social media gave everybody a voice to have their opinion. And the funny thing about it, majority of the people with opinions ain't got shit going on in real life.
That's the real
They
key
ain't
to
got
it, right?
shit going on.
That kind of that alludes to what we were talking about earlier. Like it's the idea that the people that you listening to that are even cause you to get off your block, off your rock, is because you listening to somebody that ain't got nothing going on, dog. They ain't even doing half the shit you doing, and you let that get you off your block because somebody say something. And we very emotional like that as a culture too. Like our emotions, any slight diss, any kind of thing that feel like it's a little level of disrespect, then we can be off our rock, man, and just be literally on red, on tilt about some nonsense.
Real talk.
You're like, what are you mad about, bro? Like, if it ain't really real, why did that make you so mad? Like, let that go.
You know what? I had a problem with that, and it's not that. You know what make me mad? It's like, bro, I don't f with nobody. Why you f***ing with me, man?
Yeah.
Well, out of all these niggas on planet Earth, you choose me to f with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is you goofy? You chose me out of all these goofy motherfuckers running around here on planet Earth.
Right.
Nigga, you stopped at me and said you gonna choose me. That's what make me the maddest. Because it's like, bro, I don't f with nobody. I wake up every day. I deal with my grandkids. I f with my gang. My gang is my grandkids, my nephews, my nieces. That's my gang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wallow, my wife, and my kids. That's my gang. I don't f with nobody. So that be the problem with me. When a motherfucker wake up and f with me and I'm minding my business and I'm just like, then he got to be like, cuz, leave this shit alone, cuz.
It ain't that deep.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It ain't
Because
that
I'm going to
deep,
tell you something I
cuz.
always tell him. I tell him something, and it was hard as shit for him, man. That motherfucker, it was hard. I used to have to talk to him about so much different shit in the spot, and I'd be like, cuz, we live in a world now where people is trying to build these false ideas of a career based off of just talking shit about people on social media.
Yeah.
So I said, in this game, you got to respond up, not down. Sometimes you can't even respond south. You
At
got to
all, yeah.
respond up. If a motherfucker if a motherfucker with real somebody that got a real voice, somebody that people listen to, or somebody in real position come at you, you got to check that motherfucker.
Right.
Because you can't let a motherfucker allow a big speaker, I mean a big microphone, you got to check. But if a motherfucker, you got a motherfucker with a little baby Fisher Price microphone down the neighborhood, somebody hiding behind a fake name, don't even want to show their face, or even somebody that got a little punk ass YouTube or so, and ain't got nothing really going on.
Right.
Like we making loads of money. You think you got time to respond to them and put light on them? This is what they wanted.
That's what they wanted right there.
This is the new way of trying to market, because social media is educating the kids, is even educating the adults to make them believe that hating on a motherfucker is a new way to blow up.
Yeah.
And talking bad about somebody else. So that fucked the whole game up. So now it's like, I got to tell them, cuz, you don't see what they trying to do? They want you to snap and check them. Because when you check them, you bring a bunch of attention to them. So now all these people.
Yeah, that's the free marketing.
It's weird.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
weird. It's weird.
Because if it goes, you free market. You go viral.
They know what they be doing.
That's it. Exactly. So sometimes people just really out there provoking it for the sake of it too, which is kind of your point. Yeah, people just out here just literally trying to draw you into stuff. And lawsuits. And they want you to go as far as to hit them or anything.
Yeah,
like
you done.
You don't even know how you getting reeled in. Like it's just like, dog, I literally had nothing. If you snap hard enough, I need you to.
I ain't got shit
need you
going
to
on.
push me.
And what's so crazy is now every time I see a new lawsuit come across the motherfucking internet, it's for $30 million.
Yeah.
Motherfucking socked in the Cassie pocket. Everybody say that's the number, $30 million.
For anything.
Should be walking across the street, $30 million.
Nobody got that.
So, man, we got what's this right here? This your wine?
Yeah, man. So this is my wine, man. I do the wine, named it after my mom's.
That's what I'm talking about.
So this is, I got.
So your mom name was Cedar.
Was Rosetta.
Rosetta.
So
Okay.
Rosetta, yeah. So Rosetta, so we couldn't get Rosetta. Somebody already had that one already. So Seta wine. This is a California white Sauvignon Blanc, white blend, beautiful. This one actually just won 2 gold stars up in at one of them wine competitions up there. I got the red, and then I got a Napa Valley red as well. So this is at smithdevereaux.com. You can go there and get all my wines. I go to iamcedric.com, get all my stuff right here. But beautiful. This is a great summer drink. I'm gonna do
mama
these
still
events.
living?
No, mom passed, so this is what made me want to do that.
So
And she was
R.I.P. to mama, Rosetta.
Yeah, Seta. She was
Get that
Rosetta,
Seta, man.
yeah, she was a reading specialist, so we donate money to different literacy programs for that. When that with a percentage of the earnings, man. So that was it. Beautiful though, man. Great. I got the red and I got the white, and then like I said, I got a Napa Valley red that's more expensive. Was the OG when I first idea.
Motherfucker get money when they start talking like that. I got the Napa Valley red.
Yeah, that's like
shit
different
sound expensive.
Yeah, varietals. I be saying words like that.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and then this me and Anthony Anderson's company right here.
I see him on the back.
Yeah,
Anthony Anderson on the back.
Yeah, AC Barbecue.
Yo, listen, man, this is your.
So yeah, we popped this off last
AC
summer.
Barbecue.
Yeah, Anthony Cedric Barbecue. So we got 3 rubs, 2 sauces.
We see that sauce right
we
there,
do
baby.
the swags.
I like that sauce.
We got the all day. We got the Carolina Gold. So and then we got other products. Well, we got we just opened up a store on JSU campus on Jackson State University.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
And then we got
Jackson State campus?
Yeah, we got a little store on Jackson State campus.
Oh, man.
And then we're gonna be stretched out to other HBCUs.
They gotta get that in the restaurant. Oh man, Johnny
growing it.
T's.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta
man.
get that up in Johnny T's. Shout out to Johnny T, man.
Shout out to Johnny T, man.
Down Jackson State, got that good food.
So yeah, but we started. This was fun. This all came from me and Anthony. We'll go on these golfing trips. It's me, him, Cheetle.
And y'all be
George
cooking.
Lopez, and we'll cook up some stuff,
Okay.
And then
come
that's
on,
that's
man.
how it
Tell the
go,
truth,
like this
shit,
right
man.
here, man.
Come me and Anthony, man. 2 niggas love to throw it down, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Get that grit, throw that rub on
But
them.
we realized it wasn't no black people in this space in the national space with barbecue sauce. It was interesting that it was like nobody was
packaged
this.
good. Take this off
yeah.
from me, man.
They just said that the one The one barbecue sauce, it was a white boy that owned it.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Ray. I swore that was old head.
Sweet Baby Ray is a white man.
Yeah, little skinny little white dude
Yep.
too. On top of that, then,
I thought that was somebody from down
Yeah,
Kansas City somewhere.
Sweet Baby Ray is a
Yeah.
white man. I never knew that, man. I tell you one thing, he sold this shit out there.
Oh
'cause
man,
he
I
showed
thought
me
that
that
was
shit.
an old ass black man, about 108
yeah, with that
years
name
old.
right there, got to play a Sweet Baby Ray. Come on now.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Come on, get it there. I got the sauce, man. Y'all stop by there. Yeah.
Uncle Sweet Baby.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see something.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, so
everything.
that's
This mine's, man. I'm taking this with me, man.
Yeah,
love
man.
that
I got
barbecue
another one
sauce.
for y'all over there.
All right,
too.
man, we need
Everybody
all
get
that.
this.
I'm taking my
Yeah,
case.
and the wines, good, man. But that's that's got like that's the one that's got the all day
day.
sauce, a little more.
Oh, this
more,
will fuck some wings up right
that's
here.
It. Oh, that's
Burn
hits
the
right
wings
there.
up, the tips all up.
And then the other one is more like the Carolina, more mustard based. So, But that's actually my favorite to go. And I don't
This
usually
one?
like mustard based, yeah. But it's like, but it's fire the Carolina Go. We call it the Carolina wine. So yeah, man, we've been popping with
Are
this.
these
We in
in
Walmart,
stores?
Lowe's,
Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Walmart.
So when you're out about at
Lowe's,
your local Walmart, make sure you get you some.
and go to
All day
acbarbecue.com.
barbecue.
We do everything. We do a better online business than anything too. But
That's what it's about.
acbarbecue.com, you can go and get everything.
Check them out, man. But you know
Swag.
what's? But also, we got you and Tony Braxton in Las Vegas, man.
Man,
It's
I'm
going
really
down. Tell us
excited
about
about
this.
that, man.
Tell us
That's-
about this.
So this is the opportunity, like again, where creativity keep growing, right?
Yeah.
So Vegas, everybody been popping there, but the opportunity to be like with an R&B legend, great, and do this kind of night of comedy and music, and so Tony and I got this idea, it came together, and so we're doing it at the Cosmo, starting in
Cosmo.
April.
Cosmopolitan.
Yep. So
gonna be
right
at
there,
Chelsea?
the Chelsea Theater.
A hotel.
Yep, the
our
Chelsea
hotel?
Theater, the Cosmo. We got a 14-day run, which is gonna be great, and then we'll just grow it from there. But we want everybody to come out, man, be a part of these first shows, man. It's gonna be starts April 27th. That's gonna be where it all pops off at, and it's fun. We blending our shows together, so it's gonna feel like
Some grown and
big
sexy
grown
shit.
It ain't gonna be like one jokes. I mean, we're gonna have our moments where it's just us on stage, but we also gonna do some really cool stuff that people gonna be surprised by. Really big show. Got a great director, great creative director with us. We're gonna do a lot of fun stuff. It's gonna feel like a big show, man. It's gonna be a good time. Love and laughter. Vegas, baby, let's go. April 27th. That's where it start off, man.
Let's
I'm
get it.
outside
April 27th,
I'm
love
getting
and
it.
laughter. You know what's funny? Because last year, I did the first installment of Gilly Fest, where I throw a festival in Philadelphia, and we brought 15 artists, and we surprised them with Meek Mill and the Baby. And
we had two.
we had two
comics.
comedians.
Okay.
Jess Hilarious and Desi Banks.
Yep. Oh, it's
So in the
dope,
middle
yeah.
of the music, we brought out
And
the
let 'em
comedians
pop, yeah.
and let
It
them
was
pop right
crazy.
there. So it was crazy. It was a different type of
outside
feel.
joint? Like a
No,
festival?
it was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
outside and inside.
Okay.
So outside had all the vendors. You can go
Nice.
get the barbecue.
Oh, love it.
the cotton can, whatever you wanted. All the vendors
Yeah.
out there. And then inside was the show, and we had
That's dope.
And then we gave him the fight for free.
Then we gave him the fight for free. It was on the
Oh,
same
Earl Spence.
the Earl
Crawford
Spence fight. So
Yeah.
y'all
On the big
and it
ass
came on the
screen.
big ass screen.
Oh, that's nice
so
right there.
It was like an all day event. It was
Oh, I love that.
ridiculous. But to incorporate the comedy with the music, it was the first time we ever did something like that. It went great.
Yeah, and I think that people really enjoy that. I mean, of course, you love your favorite music artists, and I think we went all proved that we can be good on our own, but
Right.
then to have a night where you get a little bit of it all.
Right.
Like I just did a show right after Valentine's Day with Joe, like the same
yes,
concept.
yes.
Joe, Raheem Devon, that's
That's major.
dope. Yeah,
Because you know what I
And
like
Dallas,
about it?
was fly.
You give people a bang for their buck.
Yeah.
I mean, because people that grew up on it, and then Vegas, that's a place where you take your lady or a group of
Yeah.
girlfriends go, so that you get your bang for your buck, and it's a certain generation of it. And what I like now, a lot of the young people is tapping to our generation and seeing how we came up, the music, they loving the music, the comedy, all that. So it's a
And then
blessing.
it go from them laughing at Sid to now you are my everything. You made me
He messing the song up.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
Sad
The only thing that matters to me. We talk to your woman, tear that ass up when we get home, baby. Yeah.
She dancing, you like,
I'm gonna strike that ass like lightning when we get to the crib. Yeah.
Yeah, That's the joint. I like that. That. I like that one that do that.
Yeah. He don't even know the song. He don't even know the song, man. That's crazy, man.
That's the same shit he did on his Broadway theater first time. They got him out of there.
Right out of there. They like,
Get about it, man.
come on now. Come on, Sid.
Come on, Sid.
You don't know the words. Come on now. Come on off that.
Broadway.
But listen, man. Big homie, we appreciate
We appreciate you
Yes,
coming
sir,
through, man.
This
Yeah,
is dope.
man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
We appreciate
This
you
is
for
dope.
coming through, man. Once again, Walmart.
Yep. And Lowe's.
Walmart,
Y'all make-
Lowe's.
And
Say the
Lowe's,
website. Say
too,
the
yeah.
website again.
At acbarbecue.com. This smithdevereaux.com. Get the wines, settle wines.
Get it.
Let's
get
get
it,
it.
man.
Get it. April 27th.
Yeah, we love and laughter, Las Vegas. Don't miss it. Get them tickets. It's gonna
Remember I
be
told you
lit, man.
this going to get bigger. Love and Laughter, that's going to get bigger, and that's going to be a festival.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I told you
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay. Right
Love
there.
and
Boom.
Laughter going to be a big festival where it's going to be comics and a bunch of good music.
Love it.
This,
gonna be
this
big,
usually
big,
where he
big.
put his bid in.
Right.
And I'm
Like
hosting it.
step
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
I
I'm
know, I
hosting
know.
it.
You know,
Cool.
this to be the last little.
Yeah, I got some.
And I want 47%.
Yeah, I need a percentage. So we can-
100%.
You be thinking a good dude did a nigga come out at the end because I'm telling you, you got to. I just need to be hosting a little 20% on this. Damn.
That's
we gonna
already
take it. We gonna take it. We gonna take it to Atlanta.
Here you go.
gonna
He done put the tour
Yeah,
together.
now, that man good. That man good right there. That's good. Make sure y'all watch The Neighborhood on CBS too.
Let's
Monday
get it,
nights.
baby.
We still out here.
Neighborhood,
We still out here, man.
That's out right now?
Sitcom, yeah.
what
Yeah.
season?
Yeah, we season 6 now. So yeah, we killing it, man. 6 of them. That's rare. Yeah,
That's real.
6 seasons.
yeah,
It's going
man.
down, baby. You got everything going on.
Yeah, we're really blessed, man. I'm over here and I'm like, and then steady waking up doing it again tomorrow, man. I ain't
That's a
gonna
blessing.
stop.
And the brim ain't never
Yeah.
crooked.
Yeah,
Fuck,
this one of mine too. This egg and butter right here.
Oh, that's your
Yeah,
too?
this egg and butter right here.
What
Like
you got
this
on
right
that
there.
ain't yours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say I got a
just
call
these
out.
shoes, just these.
He got a call out.
Just these. This I made this too. I
Listen,
made this
he
jumper
ain't
right
playing.
here. But
The sneaks, the
these
other
these
I see the
Travis.
Nikes, yeah.
He
Yeah,
got, listen, he got a
these
car.
Travis Scott's
He got
right
a
here.
car lot on the side. He got a car wash, and inside the car wash, he got a deep fried chicken joint.
Yeah, got to do it.
He got all
You
that
can tell
shit.
you're a real player too, because
He got the clean, and he got the cleaners inside
you
of
can
the
tell
car
you're a real
wash.
player because a couple times when
He had the pinky.
he lift his pinky out, yeah, because you know.
He used to drive the old cars, dog. He used to drive the big Joes like they was talking like a film.
Yeah,
Like,
you
tell your
big
mama, where's the man? Tell your mama to come over here.
Tell her,
Where the baby's at? Here, let me take
yeah, that money.
$3.
You got to get
see,
that
he got
money.
that money, look.
Got to get that
You see?
knot out. Here you go, baby.
He went right to that dot.
Here, baby, go get your hair done, baby. Motherfucker, old player, keep a knot
You don't
on.
know how
Old
much-
player, keep
you
it down.
don't know how much stuff costs no more. Here, take $10 and get your nails done. I don't know when you go, that ain't you ready. Do nobody
like, what?
That ain't you ready to do nobody nails no more. Ernest.
Ernest, that's
Ernest. Yeah.
With a bunch of keys on
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah,
Tell him,
man.
go ahead and get your soda out the
you
trunk.
Get ready to get you get nobody hair done.
Mr. Ernie.
Take this $20 to get your hair
Yep.
done. Lavelle, ain't nobody get ready to do that.
He ride around with a old head ride around with a cooler in his trunk.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
He got his whole setup in there.
Go
And he
ahead,
got a lawn chair. He pull it out.
Yeah, sit
Pull
there
park
and
the
relax.
car.
He tell a young bitch, go ahead and get your ginger ale out the trunk, baby.
Go ahead, baby. Go get your wine cooler, baby. They got the wine cooler.
Yeah, nice.
Oh
With it.
man.
Man, but we appreciate you,
Fucking
man.
What's up,
crazy,
man?
man.
It's dope.
I
Thank y'all,
grew
man.
up off you, man,
Yeah.
watching you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Legend. So this is truly one for the books, man. And I just appreciate you for showing us love and being part of this $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, man. Big
Make
up.
sure y'all set up.
AC Barbecue.
AC Barbecue. Yeah, man.
Love and Laughter. Be down there at the Cosmo and the Chelsea. It's going down, man.
April 27th.
With Tony Braxton.
Yeah.
And it's just like that.
Right.